I was very wrong about Tyler Van Dyke. What's going on, Canes fans? First off, your boy Coop is a little sick right now. I'm sure my voice is a little crackly and maybe a little bit nasally as well. I'm sure it's annoying, but just bear with me if you can. I'll try to keep these videos short, sweet, and to the point, but the grind doesn't stop. Second, this video is a little change of pace because the last few videos have all been about players transferring out of Miami, and this one is about a player who's staying. That's right, quarterback Tyler Van Dyke will be staying a Miami Hurricane for the 2023 season. Now, you may be asking yourself, why in the world would Coop make a video about Tyler Van Dyke staying? I mean, who really thought that he was going to leave? Yes, I did make a prediction video about Tyler Van Dyke hitting the portal in early November, and I laid out a lot of reasons as to why I thought it would benefit him to leave the University of Miami, but I also laid out plenty of reasons as to why I thought it would be smart that he stayed. And let's also just keep in mind that I didn't want him to transfer. I wanted him to stay, but it was just my official prediction saying that, hey, Tyler Van Dyke, it would probably benefit him more to leave. Here's why I think he will leave. Fingers crossed, let's hope he stays a Miami Hurricane, and I want him to stay a Miami Hurricane. In the end, however, my official prediction was that Tyler Van Dyke would hit the transfer portal at the end of the 2022 season, and thankfully, I was incorrect. Now, what I do find very interesting about this topic is the fact that many Canes fans believe that since Tyler Van Dyke announced that he is staying, they think that means that Josh Gattis is fired, right? I mean, there's no way that Tyler Van Dyke would want to return and play in this offense that he struggled so much under in 2022, right? I believe that's incorrect. I think that Josh Gattis is here to stay, and he will be our offensive coordinator in 2023. Now, look, I know what you're thinking. Coop, I can't trust you. You just said that you predicted Tyler Van Dyke to leave, and then now you're going to tell me that he's staying and Josh Gattis is also going to stay after this poor performance offensively in 2022. But you have to step back for a moment and look at this from Mario Cristobal's point of view. Of course, he's going to see the issues that we had offensively, but what he's also going to see is a decimated offensive line that dealt with a ton of injuries. And he's also going to look ahead to the future. So he's going to see bringing in reinforcements at the offensive line. He's going to go portal shopping, and he's going to bring in some different wide receivers and potentially some other guys on offense. And Mario Cristobal, we've said it time and time again, is probably looking for some consistency and stability. And I just don't see him being the type of guy that is going to fire his Broyles Award-winning offensive coordinator after just one season. Of course, he is going to address it. They're going to sit down and they're going to evaluate the 2022 season and make some changes. But I think Gattis is at least given one more year unless Gattis himself decides that he wants out. I'm assuming two things here when it comes to Tyler Van Dyke staying. Number one is that Tyler Van Dyke is a loyal guy. He really just didn't want to go anywhere else, even if it made sense for him stat-wise when looking at, an offense that maybe he could perform better in or would be more comfortable with. He wants to be a Miami Hurricane. And again, not to keep adding disclaimers, that is something that I did preach in my prediction video, was the fact that I know that Tyler Van Dyke is all Miami Hurricane. And number two, I'm sure that Mario Cristobal and this staff is in Tyler Van Dyke's ear, and they're letting him know that reinforcements are in fact on the way, both with the 2023 recruiting class and from the transfer portal. There's already a lot of big offensive linemen in the portal, and I mean quite literally big. And we've all seen what Tyler Van Dyke is capable of. I know that he struggled with this offense and with this offensive line in 2022, but it would have been a tough blow for this coaching staff to lose a guy like that with the type of experience that he has. If Tyler Van Dyke would have left, let's assume he did leave, that would have left Jake Garcia, assuming he stayed, maybe he also hit the portal, Jakari Brown, Peyton Matoka, and incoming freshman Emory Williams. So, it could have been a very interesting, tough scenario for this coaching staff. Now, I do still think there is a chance that Jake Garcia transfers, especially with Jakari jumping him at times this season and with Emory Williams coming in, because Garcia is the type of guy I still believe that could go start at many other Power 5 programs. So it would still possibly make sense for Garcia to hit the portal. But hopefully now we have a baseline after the 2022 season and we know exactly where we need to improve and make changes. And the offensive line will definitely be an area that will be addressed by Mario Cristobal and Alex Mirabal, especially with their backgrounds with offensive lines. So my question for you is this, and I'm looking for some answers down in the comment section. If Jake Garcia does in fact still end up hitting the portal, should Mario Cristobal go shopping for another quarterback out of the portal? Now, it would be a very interesting scenario because we couldn't really go look for a guy that brings a ton of experience, most likely. Definitely not a grad transfer because they would just get stuck behind Tyler Van Dyke unless he got injured. Now, there's also the scenario if Jake does decide to stay, I guess we're good, right? Because then that leaves TVD, Jake, Jakari, Emory Williams, and Matoka. So we got 5 QBs in that room in 2023. But if Jake leaves, that leaves us with 4. That leaves us with an incoming freshman with Emory. That leaves us with Matoka also, who, again, no shade at Matoka, but he's probably not going to start. So that leaves Tyler Van Dyke and Jakari. So maybe he does look for a guy that still has like 2 to 3 years of eligibility left. I don't know. You tell me. That's the question for this video. Let me know your thoughts. But Tyler Van Dyke will be a Miami Hurricane in 2023. And I'm very happy that I was wrong. So many people, that post videos and that put things out on social media, they hate being wrong, man. And they go through and they delete videos and they delete comments and they pretend like they didn't say these things. But Coop doesn't run. I don't hide. You can go back on my channel. I've never deleted a video. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. That's just life, and that's the crazy world of college football. I love putting out bold predictions, and like I said, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.